Welcome back, guys. Today we are building the Ryft Part 2. We are building the links and transmission.
Yep. And I already did these links because they're a pain in the butt. Nobody wants to watch you struggling through that. But to make it easier, I printed this adapter. And basically what this does is your link end fits right in there like so. It's got the hex built into it that's on here. And it's got the cup inside there for that to sit in. And then this is an 8mm hex bit that I have. And I dropped a couple neodymium magnets down in there to hold this in place. So it locks on there. And then basically you just put this in here. And even the crooked ones, basically you just spin it, put the ends on. Some of them are right hand thread, some of them are left hand thread. You just have to pay attention to which ones you're using. But since that's all done, we're going to go ahead and finish the second one of these on camera. I went ahead and put this one together. And I made this one exactly like the picture. I don't know if it matters that this, I don't see anything in the instructions that mounts on this ball. I don't even know why it's in there. I don't know. I looked through the instructions. We'll have to see if maybe later on there's something that mounts on that. But there's a ball in there that's only got one flange on it. And it shows that ball going in there this way and all the bolts going through that way. So that's the way I built this arm. Now we're going to build this one exactly opposite, just in case it matters. I don't know that it does, but my OCD won't let me build it any other way anyway. And if you look, you put the bolts in 4 of the holes and it skips this hole here. Oops, I completely missed that hole.
I thought, did it go through here?
Yeah, I dropped it through there.
Oh.
Through that pocket.
I scored.
And these are kind of a pain in the butt.
So don't have a pain in your butt.
Yeah. In fact, I ended up driving them through with this guy. See, that one fell through. Oops, it didn't fall through. I missed the hole completely. We'll leave that one out anyway. That's the one that gets the ball on it. There, these went through pretty good. Well, shit, spoke too soon. Okay. Now that's through there. And this one's the one, oops, and I put them all in the wrong side.
Uh-oh.
See?
Uh-oh.
I was building it just like the picture. Over here. What happens is these holes are just a little bit off. And so once you get to the third one, it'll get tight. Alright, now the fun tricky part. We got to take this, and since it shows it going in this way, we're going to flip it around for this arm and put it in this way. And basically just get your tweezers around that flange and slide it down in there and try to hold it where the hole is. Get the bolt started. Get it to where I can just see it coming through there. There we go. It's just a little bit too far. Oops. Probably should have put this one in first, since it's going to take 3 hands to do this. Try to hold it right where the bolt is. Wait, did I get it?
I think.
Yep. Got lucky.
Hmm.
There can't be anything going on there anyway unless it just snaps down over it, but I don't see what it could be or any reason for that to be there. I just don't know. We'll probably find out later that I'm missing something and have to take it back out. Something messed up with the instructions or something. Those holes are just a little bit off. Not enough to hurt anything, but... And what these are is these are metal braces that make these stronger. The ready to run version doesn't have these. This is an upgrade that comes with the kit.
So what does the upgrade do? Like, what type of upgrade is it?
It's to make these arms stronger so they don't break. But they're still small right here. So, I mean, I think if they're going to break, they're probably going to break there. But I guess people are having problems with them breaking right here.
Probably something hitting him through that and then breaking that, shattering that right there.
Well, these aren't on there on the ready to run. These bolts. It's just the plastic on. And we need this. And this. We'll start with the middle one. Whenever you're doing long stuff like this, it's better to work from the inside out. Just like you do heads on a car. With heads on a car, there's usually like 8 bolts or 10 bolts. And you start with the center 2, and then you go this way, this way, this way, this way, crisscross pattern, and work your way from the center out, doing the same thing. It's to make sure the head kind of smushes out from the center, because if you put the bolts on the outside and it's bowed like this, and you put these bolts in and it locks it in place, and you go tighten the center ones down, and you're warping the head. It's just me being anal retentive is all of this. From years of working on cars. Okay. So that's that part of the link done. Now we got to put these balls in, and these are, we've got the chrome colored, the chrome silver ball goes up in the front of the link, and the black one goes in the rear of the link.
Sounds like one is like very what do you call it? Very spoiled, and then the other one is like very just like not loved. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, no, it goes in here. Right?
No, it goes in this one. I've already put those in that one.
Oh. I thought you said the chrome ones go in the front.
No, I just meant the chrome one goes on this end of the arm. See, it's different.
Oh.
That's the front of the arm, that's the back of the arm. So you got a black one in the back and a chrome one in the front. Okay, there's the arms done. Now we get to move on to the transmission. Oh. Okay. So first, we're onto the D bags, and we haven't got the servo, the steering servo yet. That's why the C bags are still sitting here. But we're moving on to the transmission. Look at those gears. It's unbelievable how big these gears are. It's massive.
Because it's a big car.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sturdy transmission. We might have to upgrade the plastic housing to one of those Vitabons the guy sells on eBay. He's from China.
China.
Yeah. And
It's
he
gonna
actually
take
makes...
a long time to get it here.
No, I think he ships them up pretty quick. He's actually a really good manufacturer over in China.
He probably uses really special.
So you want to put this? I want you to put this together. And you got to start from here. The snap rings we'll put on last. You got to put the bearing. You got to have one of these gears, and it looks like this one. This doesn't actually match the picture. So which one is this? So we got two of these. Which one do you got in your hand over there? You got the bearing. Okay.
Wait, no, it is that. Watch. Just look. There, there, and there, and there. There,
and that's those. And there's this one. This is actually this one. See this here? This is the shift collar. This is what the shift fork goes in. Here's the shift fork. This is what shifts the gears. When the servo is connected to a rod here, and it shoves this back and forth. And it engages different gears depending on which one you got it in. So
maybe it's this.
Wait a minute. I know what this is. I know what this is. This is the single speed gear. So we don't need this big one. That's for the single speed transmission. So we're not doing these. This is all single speed transmission. We're building the 2-speed. So we need this bearing, this gear. So that bearing goes in there. And then you get another bearing that goes in the back. So I get the bearing on each side. And then it goes on your shaft. And make sure it goes on there the right way. See these dogs here?
Yeah.
That's what these lock into.
I have too many dogs. I don't want another.
Or no? That's what these lock into. See, when this shit slides, it engages this gear. And when it slides the other way, it's going to engage a different gear. I'm assuming. We'll figure it out here. Okay. So there's that, and there's that, and there's that. You got to put those pieces together. Here's your shaft.
Man,
look at your
I
shaft.
think these bearings are way too little.
Okay. So that goes on your shaft like so.
Like this?
And that goes on there that way.
Look at this. I don't like these bearings.
Okay. Now what else goes on there?
I think
now we
that
got another bearing that goes on this end. And it's going to go up to there. And then this goes on there. And then another bearing. Wait a minute, you missed a bearing.
That's so many bearings.
You missed a bearing. And see this is one gear and this is another gear. So when that shifter slides over, it engages this gear, see?
Yeah.
And that makes that gear drive. Or if it goes over that way, it drives this gear. And this one just pre-spins. So that's how it shifts gears. It's either going to engage this gear or that gear. So now we got the fun part, putting the snap ring on. And I usually just open up my pliers. Actually gonna have to put some force on this one. Stay on there. There we go. Then this bearing back on there. And then the other snap ring goes right there. And what I do is I get the edge of the plier on that snap ring, and I drop it on the tip on the book.
That's probably one of the good ways to do it.
And you gotta get that edge on there and then kind of lift up on this side. All right. Now we're on to D2.
D2.
D2. Put D2 together. Here.
Oh.
This is an easy one. Nice pictures up. Is that shaft symmetrical? Is it the same on both sides? Yep, it appears to be. Okay, so you just got to put the gears on it. Make sure you put them the right way. Does it look like are they symmetrical too?
I think.
Yep, that one is.
That one is too.
Yep, okay, just put them on the shaft. That's easy.
Or like...
Yeah, spin it until it goes in there. Spin the shaft until it falls in. There you go.
No, it didn't. Ah, it hit my hand.
Yeah. Just like that. And there's that one. And we're done with D2. This is going together fast.
D2.
All right, D3.
D3.
Oh, I wanted to check something. This is a ESC mount that I made. The factory one, I don't even know where it's at, was just like this, but it didn't have the holes here. And this is matched up to the Tekin ESC that we're putting in here. It's got little pockets cut on there and countersunk screw holes. So that will locate like so, and it fits. Okay. So now we need all these.
Okay.
Okay. You see how it goes together? Now this is fun because it tells you to put this in, and I was looking at this, and then you got to come back and put the shifter arm on. So we're going to go ahead and skip. I can't see. We're going to go ahead and skip to this one and see if that's, this one goes in this hole, and that threaded part there goes through there, and that's what the shifter that little servo mounts to shift the gears. And then this pin, let's see, this will go in like so. Wait a minute, there's a bearing that goes in there. Little bearing there, and a little bearing there, and then there's a bearing. That one goes way down in there, looks like. We'll wait till we get to that. Okay, and then this goes here. Okay, so what we gotta do is put this. See, there's bosses there. There's bosses there. It's symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way that goes. So this goes in here, in this notch, and then we got to get this pin through there, and this one goes through. Wait, underneath of it. So that's got to go on first. So we'll leave it sitting just like that. Stay in there. And we're gonna hold that on there and slide that to the, put it in the right hole. There we go. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Oh, there we go. Now it's down there, so that slides up and shifts that gear. Okay. And then this one drops in to that.
Oh.
Come here. Get this gear back on there where it's supposed to be.
Oh, I see what it's gonna do.
See, so, this runs here.
Yeah, so whenever that's running, it
spins on this gear.
Yeah.
And then when that moves down to that gear, it's spinning on that gear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Did we have to put that one in first? The differential? Bearing on the differential. And we got, this is our output shaft. That's what the axles drive off of. Or that. Oops. There's a little farther that goes in there. And once we get the other case on there, that'll all match up. There's the transmission. Now we're going to get this one in here, and we still got to put a bunch of grease in there. Grease.
Not the grease.
The nasty, nasty grease.
We all hate the grease.
Well, it says diff grease, but we're going to put it on here too.
It's just grease.
It's just grease. Smear it all around in there. Just make a mess of it. And watch, we'll have to take this all back apart and it'll be all greasy. Just make sure we get everything right. Everything look right?
Yeah.
And then
all you need to do is just put a gear around there.
We got, sit there. Okay, we got that done. Got all that stuff on. Just double check, make sure we got everything.
Not really. I think
we did D3 and D4. That's the single speed transmission. Remember, we're not doing that.
Oh yeah.
That's this.
Oh yeah.
So we're not doing that part. So we're skipping to D8, which is this. And this bag of bearings. Run away, run away!
I want to get put into this car again. Not my brother's.
So that goes, this is probably going to be easier to put this one goes on here. Probably be easier to put that one there. Might even be easier to put them all on there. Let's see. Those different sizes, they sure are. So the big one Goes like this. The big one goes down in the bottom there because that goes on here. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. And then this little one goes right there. See there? See how fast the axles are turning right here?
Yeah.
It's working. Okay.
All right.
All right. It's about time, huh? I think what happened to one of the bottom bearings in here kind of got in there cockeyed or something. So now we're on to this piece.
Oh, that was way better than I thought.
And this bearing goes in here. Okay. And then this goes like this on there. And this sits like so. So this is going to mount right there. Let's see which holes we're using. That hole and that hole. So, okay. Does it have pockets? Yeah, it locates on these. See these bosses sticking up here?
Yeah.
All these bosses. So just like that. And then you come from the back. D11 bag. D11 bag is going to be sitting right there.
It's D12.
It's in there. There's D11 right there. I ran out of room up here for all different bags, so.
More bags instead of bags. And look, bag instead of bag instead of bag. That's just freaky.
Okay. So this shows, you see where the long screws go? We've got one, the little one goes down here. So all of them go through that one. They're all the same length. That one. That one. And one down in there. Probably should put some thread lock on there, huh? It doesn't say to thread lock them though, so even though I probably should, I'm not gonna. And there's the transmission. Pretty smooth.
We have one
So there's first gear. See, I have to turn a bunch to get it to rotate around. These here. Watch when I shift into second gear. Now they're flying. Okay. Now we got this little cap. Now that's kind of weird. It's just one part in there with the screws, and it's a bag inside a bag.
Inside a bag.
They just, somebody just got in the habit of putting bags inside of bags, and they just put this one little part in this bag, and then they thought, well, we'll put this in another bag. They could have just thrown this bag in with this bag. But this little thing, oh, we don't need that. That's for the single speed transmission because you don't have this hole.
Yeah.
This shaft going through there. So, got one of these little Plano totes that we put all the spare parts in. Just for the Ryft. Now the big old Spur Gear. Look at that big Spur Gear.
Spur Gear.
Spur Gear.
Spur Gear.
Spur Gear.
Spur Gear. Oh, I didn't even see I didn't even see the bag through D13. I just thought saw a bag right here.
There's a lot of D bags on this.
I know.
My, that is a massive. That is a chunk of metal. Listen.
And you could
just listen.
You could sell that. You could probably get about like $5 out of that.
You got job. You hillbilly. You hillbilly today. Braden hillbilly.
No. Billy.
Braden the hillbilly. Hillbilly Bray. I was gonna let you build this, but this got a little complicated. Spur Gear. Oh, the shifter.
That's the transmission, guys. That's the transmission.
Wait a minute. What is going on there?
Let us know in the comments if that is right.
It's like if I'm not pulling on this hard enough. Okay. All right. Maybe there's supposed to be a spring that goes on there that holds that out. I don't know, we'll see. Now the motor. Bag D14.
The whole sticker is covering all the parts, so I didn't think anything was in there.
This is the pinion. And it mounts on This is the Tekin ROC 412 HD.
We never said we were gonna do this, but now you got it here, so we're doing it.
Might as well get her on there. You know what I'm saying?
Does it go in there?
It goes on there.
I knew it.
Do 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 do.
I didn't read the instructions though. I just thought it went in there.
Do 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 do. Definitely need Loctite now. And I don't trust their Loctite, so we're going to use Loctite's Loctite. Do 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 do. Where's my little? Okay. Do 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 do. And basically, we're just going to eyeball it for right now. You see that hole right there?
Yeah.
It's got a little cutout right there for your wrench to go through, so that needs to line up with your set screw. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Get her close. And I'm half tempted to take my Dremel and Dremel out all those holes so it's just a slot. Because I can't see nothing. Put those washers on there for me. You got little fingers.
And the screws?
Yeah.
Make sure you have a little tiny dog for this, so the dog could put them on.
Well, I do not like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the pinion back off so I can see what the heck I'm doing.
We're on page 28 and we got almost like 20% of the car done.
Jeez. Looks like we're going in this hole. Everything's black. It's hard to see everything. And trying to hold everything from moving. Aha. Okay. Not showing it's going through the second hole from there, so it's going in that hole. So we should be safe to say that's where it's going to be. Do, 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 do. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's threatening to fall off there.
Oh.
And I put it in the wrong.
Oh.
Yes, I sure did.
I like how you say don't do it, and then you just put it in the wrong hole. That looks messed up.
There we go. Okay. So now we need to make sure this is flush with the top of that. Make sure, see that gear, make sure it's lined up good. Nice and perfect. And that's never coming out again. Okay, now hopefully there's enough play in here to set the mesh. Give me a, just takes a little piece of paper. You just run this through here, like so. That's perfect. See a little bit of play there?
Yeah.
All right. So all that's done. All that's done. It's time to put the cover on, and we dyed this with the same red that's on the back of the cage.
That's what matches.
Wait a minute. Is there a bag of screws for the cover? That's for the... Now we got to find the screws. And they're probably in the box. Look for a little bag with 3 screws in it.
Yep. There's screws in it. It's G6.
No. No, that's not it. We're looking for a D. It probably won't have a... Pull out that F bag that's taking it all apart and putting the... Bring me the box. Bring me the box. If not, I got a bunch of them. Or it wasn't an F bag, it was just a big bag that had a bunch of stuff in it. Should be 3 little short screws, just like kind of like those ones you just saw. Shocks. One of these. There it is. Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's the bottom of the box at the top. Because we don't want to ruin the top. We're going to hang it up.
Hang it. We're going to hang it up.
They're like little groundhogs. And if you find a hole, they go in. I don't really like believe in Groundhog Day because it's getting really the temperature is getting really nice today.
Yeah, and they said we was gonna have 6 more weeks of winter, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
72 degrees yesterday.
But for most of the people that don't live in Indiana and have different temperature, but then
look at that beast of a transmission.
I know.
Feel how heavy that is. Well, it's the motor too, but
I could weigh a weight right there.
Use it as a weight.
Yeah.
Lifting weights. Pumping aluminum.
For me, I can, but probably not you. You could probably weigh way more of that.
I might take that and rotate it. But I don't know if I want to mess with that. We'll have to see once we get the ESC. It might be nice to have the wires coming out. Because the ESC is going to be mounted.
If you haven't seen our last video, this is what we did.
Oh, the 2 axles. There's the rear axle done.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. That's what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for this video.
Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah.
We will come back with a build part 3. And like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you just hit it with a hammer or like crush it with like a big boulder or something. I don't know. Just get something to smash it with. Break your phone or TV or something.
Whatever you're watching it on.
Yeah. And don't break your TV or whatever you're watching on.
So you can watch the next videos.
Yeah. Hit that dislike button if you don't like it. If you really don't like it, hit it twice.
Okay.
Hit it twice. So it's a double dislike.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in the next video, guys.
All right. Bye.